All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Designing the Best You, a podcast where we dig deep into how you can build a life with career and purpose and power and personality. I'm your host, Vanessa McConkey, and if you've been feeling stuck, you've been second guessing your value or wondering why the job search feels so much harder than it should, today's episode is for you. We're going to talk about what's really happening in the job market right now, why your old strategies probably aren't working anymore, and how to pivot with clarity and confidence to build a future ready career. So, grab your listening material, your writing material, your notes app, and let's dive in. All right. So, how has the market changed? Well, let's actually start with a better question. The market has changed. Have you? Okay. We've got this big picture. 2025 is shaping up to be the year of total chaos, yet career alignment. There's been mass tech layoffs, AI disruption like none other, and global hiring slowdowns starting in late 2024. And now we're seeing a new pattern. Industries really haven't stopped hiring. I know that sounds odd to a lot of you. You're like, but I'm not getting a job. Here's the thing is they've just simply been shifting priorities. So there's growth sectors in 2025 that include sustainable energy and climate innovation. That's actually been going on for a while. Healthcare and mental wellness, AI human collaboration roles, and data privacy and compliance. Those are huge ones. Okay. Those are ones that are growing big time. Then you have, on the other hand, traditional tech, general project management, and marketing roles are being reshaped or replaced. So if your job search feels out of alignment, out of sync, you might be aiming at roles that really aren't in demand anymore or have evolved without even realizing it. So, according to Career Office and LinkedIn data, nearly 60% of the jobs that are posted today are in hybrid or emerging fields. That means new titles, new language, new skills, and it's up to you to align. You can't expect people to be like, hey, Billy over here has marketing experience in the traditional sense and whatever. You get it, right? Okay. We also are experiencing inflation. We've all known it. We feel it in our own homes, right? But here's how to handle it. We're going to talk about one of the most common frustrations being that we're experiencing inflation. So you've probably seen it. Entry level roles are asking for 3 to 5 years of experience. You're like, but I'm starting off, right? Mid level roles are asking for strategic leadership, and there's salaries that don't match the scope that they post. It's not your imagination. In uncertain markets, guys, companies raise the bar to limit risk. I know it sucks, but they do. But that doesn't mean you should take yourself out of the running. So here's what I want you to remember. The most hired candidates meet about 60% of the listed qualifications. So don't be freaking out about you're not meeting all the requirements, you're not checking all the boxes, you don't have the perfect experience, okay? You're overqualified, underqualified, whatever, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing I want you to remember during this inflation aspect and how to handle it is what you can prove. And I've said this over, and I've said this even before this whole like market shift in 2024, 2025. How can you prove what you know through results and storytelling? That matters so much more than these bullet points on the resumes. Okay. And then another thing is your clarity and positioning, how that can overcome the gap in your industry. Okay. So don't focus on checking every box, guys. Focus on making the right ones count. Okay. Then we have a toolkit for 2025 that I want you to use. Okay. This is the action aspect. So if you really want to thrive in 2025 in this market, you've got to have a new toolkit. You can't have one from 2019. You can't. It ain't going to work. You have to have one that's built for 2025. So the first thing I want you to remember, and a lot of people do tell you this, and I'm going to tell you it too, it's your personal branding audit. Like, is your resume and LinkedIn or LinkedIn profile, both of them, I should say, are they still reflecting an outdated version of you? I don't know how many times I have clients sign up with me and then I go to the LinkedIn profile and I'm like, oh my goodness, you haven't updated your picture. Like, it's been how many years? You haven't updated your headlines, your keywords, your project results to reflect where you've headed. not just where you've been. Those are things you should be updating, I'd say every 6 months, if not more, like or more often than that. Okay, so that's the first tool. The second tool is I really want you to be using some kind of project managers will understand this more like CRM for your job search. Like treat your job search like a sales pipeline. Okay. There's so many different tools out there that you can use that help you track roles, interviews, and follow ups. So you're not applying blindly and you're not just keeping it in your inbox. You're not just putting it on a Google spreadsheet, those type of things. Okay. You've got to track them. So then we have tool number 3, and that's purposeful upskilling. Like skip all the random certifications, guys. Focus on really short strategic credentials in areas like AI ethics and human oversight. That's going to be huge, guys. AI is not going away as much as we want human aspects of it. People want things faster and better and all that type of stuff. Okay. But we have to understand about AI, okay? Sustainability reporting, digital wellness. How many of you guys all wear trackers? I do. Okay. And there's a link to mine for Whoop in the show notes if you want. It's helped me tremendously with stress and sleep and understanding when I need to rest. Huge. Okay. So there's digital wellness. There's also agile product design. Okay. These are like, what do I want to say? Like the monies, the currencies of 2025. Okay. Those are 3 tools. Now, the fourth one I want to talk about, and you guys are all going to love to hate me. I say this probably in almost every episode lately, networking. Okay. Smart networking. Today, it's not about volume. It's not about grabbing, I don't even think I have any anymore, but I'll just pretend here, business cards and just handing them out to as many people as you possibly can. Okay. It's really about value. Show up on LinkedIn, join communities, ask thoughtful questions, put your content out there. Guys, AI is taking over and soon it's not going to be like Google searches. Soon you're going to be able to utilize AI to help you search and help hiring managers and recruiters to help them search. But if you aren't visible out there in some manner in a professional way, those bots aren't going to be able to find you. Okay. They aren't. So job referrals in 2025 are coming from warm connections, not these random cold applications. They don't know Billy from Sally when you're applying to these job boards. Okay. So when we're designing the best you, it's got to start now. All right. This isn't a job search. I want to call it something different. It's more like a design challenge. Okay. The market's going to continue to evolve, guys. Things have, look at 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, things have evolved and they're getting faster. Okay. Your success depends on whether you can evolve with it. I know that stinks, but you're going to have to move with it. Okay. So you got to ask yourself, I want you to ask 3 questions. What roles and industries energize me? Like, don't just because I have the experience, but what energizes you? And then is that in alignment with where the world is headed? Okay. That's the first question. Maybe it's a 2-part question. Okay. The second question is, what old strategies or beliefs am I holding onto that no longer are serving me? Right. You can't just submit a resume. You can't just do an online application. So what are these old strategies that you're still holding on to because you feel that they work and they're not serving you? They're not helping you. They're actually holding you back. Okay. And then 3, who can I learn from? And how can I build an authentic professional relationship with those people that I can learn from? Guys, remember, you don't have to be perfect. This is all, everyone's going to do this messy. I say that actually the best people do this kind of messy. But like I said earlier, you got to have a system where you're tracking some of your stuff. So you need to have that CRM. You need to have a tracking system for that. Okay. But you need to be intentional. Okay. Your mess is your message. And that's so incredibly important. Okay. So I wanted to make this short and sweet. I'm going to be doing some of these short and sweet episodes so you guys get some action items and you get quick questions that you can, or I shouldn't say quick questions, but questions that you can quickly sit down, go through and answer and dive into. Because like those 3 questions I just listed are really going to be some defining questions in how you move forward in your job search. Okay. So If today's episode gave you clarity, insight, direction, challenged you, I really would love for you to go ahead and share this episode with someone navigating some of these job search challenges. Okay. And if you're ready to take the next step, okay, I want you to go ahead and visit me on LinkedIn or click the links in the notes and you'll be able to schedule some free calls. There's some downloads. Check it out. Okay. I have personalized tools that can help you. Okay. And clients, when you sign up with me, we go through in depth your resumes, your interview process, LinkedIn profiles, networking, and more. And we do it unconventionally in the hidden job market. Okay. We do what the 99% of people don't do, and it works. Okay. So until next time, I'm Vennessa, and you're listening to Designing the Best You. Stay grounded, stay bold, and never stop designing the you that God created.